Well, let me ask all of us a question. How long do you believe is too long to wait to see a dream come true? Have you ever had a dream in your life, something that you wanted really bad, and it just took forever to get there? You know, one of the things that we may or may not realize, because we live in this culture, we live in a culture of instant gratification. We live in a culture with McDonald's. So if you're hungry, you can literally drive down the street, go through it. You don't even have to go in the place. Drive by a drive-by window, throw your money in, they throw the food out, and you can be eating in like less than 5 minutes. Unless you're where I grew up, and then it's a 15, 20-minute drive to McDonald's. But most of us, we're not too far away from that, or something like that. We're in a culture where credit is king. If we don't have the money, doesn't matter. We go swipe our credit card, and we have it. We'll worry about how do we pay for it later on. We're in an instant gratification culture. And so when times come in our lives where we face difficulty, or we have a dream that either maybe God has given us, or it's just something that we want really bad, if it doesn't come instantly, man, we get upset about that. We get worried about it. We start to try to figure out ways to make it happen. But the story is about a mom and her daughter. The daughter's going through a particularly hard time in her life right now. And the daughter says to the mom, why am I going through this? Why do I have such a hard life? And the mom does an object lesson with her daughter. And she puts 3 pans of water on the stove and starts to boil the water. And into those 3 pans of water, or pots of water, she takes 3 things. The first pot, she puts carrots. In the second pot, she puts eggs. And in the third pot, she puts ground coffee. And she says to her daughter, I understand you're going through really hard times right now. And you could liken your hard times to the boiling water in each one of these pots. And after a short time, 10, 15 minutes or so, they took the items out. And so the mother says to the daughter, what happened to the carrots? And the daughter says, well, the carrots became soft. And she said, well, what happened to the egg? The eggs became hard. So in those cases, the trouble, the heat, the pressure, the trauma caused one item to go soft, one item to go hard. And she said, what happened to the coffee? Well, the coffee flavored the water. And the difference between the first 2 and the last is that the first 2 allowed the heat, the tension, the pressure to change them, either soft or hard, hardened them or made them weak. But the coffee influenced its environment, changed the world around it. And so as we look at Joseph and the tension and the struggle that he went through, and as we look at Christ and what he went through, maybe we can apply that to our own lives and ask ourselves, when the pressure, when the uncomfortability, when the tension comes in our lives, will it make us wilt? Will it make us hard? Or will we allow it to allow us to influence and change the world around us? I believe that's God's dream, seen throughout all of Scripture, that we would go through those hard times, and instead of us being changed, we would in fact change the world around us.